Hello, welcome to Joy News Exclusive. My name is Stephen Anti. Apollonia, Katamanso, Atadeka and Zainu are among the new communities that are springing up in the newly created Gbom Katamanso constituency, which all used to be under the administration of the Tema Municipal Assembly. Now, on top of the problem of lack of proper drainage systems and bad roads in these communities is the problem of access to potable water. Water sells as high as 100 Ghana cedis per tanker in these communities, which means it has become a very lucrative business, pushing tricycles, which were previously used for rubbish collection, also into the business of water distribution. We'll bring you the full documentary after this break. Stay with us.
Apollonia, Katamanso, Kubekrom, New York, Atadeka and Zainu are new settlements under the Gbom Katamanso constituency in the newly created Gbom Katamanso district. Apart from the lack of drainage systems and poor road networks, access to potable water in these communities, which are about 7 kilometers beyond Ashaiman, is very distressing. Residents here either engage the services of tanker drivers or, until lately, tricycle riders for potable water. The common and shortest access route to these areas is the Ashaiman town. The alternative is to go through the Tema Community 22 route, which is along the Afunya stretch, but before Michelkam Junction. Until recently, tanker drivers made all the money in the water business, commuting between Ashaiman and these communities to supply water to individual homes. This tanker driver tells the news team, even though the tricycle operators seem to be taking away part of the business, he still manages to make an appreciable amount of sales daily to keep him going. The trend, however, appears to be changing. Tricycle operators, who often would roam from house to house to collect refuse for proper disposal, have switched over to fetching and supplying water to people living in these communities. tanker drivers say the tricycle operators have taken over their business. George is a tanker driver. He has been supplying water to customers in Atadeka, New York, and Katamanso for the past 2 to 3 years, until the evolution of the tricycle riders.
George is a tanker driver. He plies Ashaiman, Katamanso, New York, Atadeka. Right now he is around Atadeka. We want to have a chat with him and find out how the business has been going so far since he started for the day. George, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Me part your business, and a saying.
Okay, see the above form.
Above form.
Above form, motor phone higher. Because so the common customer now, or say motor phone ton 5,000. Almost almost ton 6,000. See, almost toy there. The my then I go for.
Say, I am with the Muyima or more tanks. I can say I can say Napoli tanks. I can say it's maybe 2 weeks and I say 1 month time. As I know what they are common. Since I motor phone buy, you know. A chance and I wouldn't swear for my son and I say, Sana, come on, I.
A chepa first at the moment 3 days. Nasa, no one friend as I don't. You see, they do a 1 week, 2 weeks. My son was out for the
Now said yeah, tariff for Nusionia Tomono and also more managing the same.
You see how 2 more beer was say. Omonto, they didn't answer to my mom. They say intimate to the son is
and see, baby, I want us out of Philly tank, a honor so much to man. I said your motor than a son or motor.
Omat to my
first now it's on the same thing, so much to say.
First, now you're 220. This year, I'm going to 340.
340. And so what they come out customers, and I hear out on mom.
1 million.
1 million. And see, and then I hear what on.
Son, 1 million.
Microphone na wodi nsu akoma omo ene
we nipa me nsa na frɛ ma mama yi
nti we ka ho aye
we me yi no na empty na me de ko me go fie
wapon. From here, George is moving to New York, which is his last stop. According to him, he has finished the job for the day. He has delivered 3 tanks of water to his customers. This is the 4th round. From here, he's going to park his vehicle, and that will be the end for the day.
What this means is that those individuals who are into the sale of water, often supplied by these tanker operators and stored in large polytanks, are also going out of business. In other words, since these largely compound households are now buying water directly from the tricycle riders, hardly would they visit this stationary water sale joint to buy water. The business of these tricycle operators, according to the few who spoke with the GN exclusive team, is fairly lucrative. On a regular day, these operators say they can make between 50 and 150 Ghana cedis.
Avec Bereka, nema forma metona do metona be 500 600 a day.
Nani na plan na gallon the kala chirajala ogo.
Ati jira ofle na nyanya gbo 6,000.
Ati aka na ba kuna chiala nani ojane no.
Jira na mina 2,000.
Oh, Mentimania almost 1 million, almost 1.5.
Odi ejuma wi a e wo so otua bibi ma o sister na.
Acha.
Ahe na otua ma.
Yes, it's 300.
A day, Mitinia be at least Libya 1.5 a day.
The tariff increment has in a way impacted the activities of these boys and their customers. Some of them have been in the business not for long. They have been sharing the experiences with the GN exclusive team.
Ejumani ye anything?
Oh, yeah, like the
no motor there. I hear a course so be fairly track.
ahina ye baby a woto nsuo no ahina woton
15 pesos
15 pesos nti efie ahin mo maybe in a day and I'll bet me akwa asa na nsuo na asa
oh I don't know yan kon efie like yan nemu ana ebo aben so obi obeto bi
no afre we are na edwuma mo ye
oh me a student weekends now
Oko school when you St. Brown. Who class in GSS 3. And then okay, and then holiday. Into now one call. Into Ada Beko school, which is a winning demand now. Track and one Casawadia.
Ever since the increment has been done, have you seen any change in the patronage rates of these tricycle operators here when they come? How often they come to buy the water? Has it changed?
How the little increase go inside? You know, it affects even some of the people there who are buying the water, because something you are buying it at 50 pesos a gallon for a long time, since about 2010, and now you are buying at 60 pesos. You know that. But obviously to affect them in some kind.
How many gallons do you feel for these operators on a regular day?
A regular day, I feel about at least this one like this, it take about 30 gallons a day. 30 gallons for every trip. So if I go out, you go about 3 trips, it will get about 150 gallons to 200 gallons. Yes.
The cost element in doing this water business requires a pretty amount of capital, even though it does not look it. These boys tell us the truck alone costs between 4,500 and 5,500 Ghana cedis, after which they must register and at least buy 10 cedis worth of fuel for their rounds.
Okay, yeah, sometimes you feel na tanka. Sometimes I met na 10 cedi, 5 cedi. But I me fit 10 cedi. I met on a whole day. I feel me work for Pagola. Come and
a body won't talk to where Medetoy, Yataruba, and a friend.
Yeah, 300 a day.
Oh, top petrol and a pahina better from an apaco see you ran son with me.
But me to best at 200. That's when I met me up.
200, I said 20 Ghana.
Gotcha.
The team came across a tricycle sale point and approached the seller to ascertain the actual cost of the tricycle.
We are at one of the tricycle sale points where these tricycle riders often buy their trucks for their business. Here, I want to interact with a salesperson to find out how much it costs to get a tricycle for the water business and how the business here is booming. With me is the sales girl, the one in charge. She is selling the tricycle here, so she's going to take me around and tell me. She tells me that the tricycles are in sizes. Each of them has its own price. So she'll take me around and then we'll look at how much each of them cost. Let's have a look at them. How much does this one cost?
It's 5,500.
5,000. It means it's bigger. It's bigger. There's water in cooler, and then what?
And this one carries 1,000. Cement.
It can carry 1,000 bags of cement, and this one is. 4,300. That one is 5,500.
This one is air cooler.
This one has air cooler. That one is water cooler. Okay. How long can it take in terms of durability?
It depends on the person
who is managing it, who is using it. If you keep it well, it will last. Okay, and this one?
It's the same price, but we have, okay, let's say this one is
150. 3,000. It can take 150 bags of cement. It's
only this one because this one is the Europe standard.
Europe?
Yes.
And they manufactured here? this is manufactured here, but this one was imported. Oh yeah, so that's the difference. I see. Okay, so I've been speaking to the sales girl. She tells me, in fact, some of the trucks are actually imported. This particular one, which you are seeing here, I mean the red one here, is manufactured here in Ghana. But the orange one on my extreme left is actually imported, and that goes for 5,500. This one you get at 4,300. It comes because the price is because of the size and the amount of load it can carry. Vroom, 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 vroom. We are chasing David to his next stop of delivery. He just moved from one point where he delivered 2 gallons of water. We are trying to follow him to the next house.
Welcome to the studio. This is Joy News Exclusive, and I have some of your comments that are coming in on Facebook. You can send us more and we'll read for the world to hear. Now, I'll read some of them and quickly. Kulo Isa Abdani Guruno, you say that, well, that's it. And Baba Musa Tamale says, I think that something seriously needs to be done to improve the living conditions of the aforementioned communities and any other community that might face similar situation elsewhere in the country. And Kulu again says, it is very sympathetic. Kulu again, you say that something needs to be done to prevent it from affecting other communities. Christian Salvo, you say, oh, Ghana, my motherland, when are we going to improve our lives in this country? I'm very sad today because it is a pity. God should help us. And Agbemehia, Savior, you say that we are really suffering here. I reckon that Agbemehia lives in one of these communities. We spend a lot on water. And Kulo, again, you say, oh, Allah, help us, our dear country, from this misery. I guess you meant to say misery. Thanks for your comments there. And Osewia says, drinkable water is a problem in most parts of Sifi, especially communities near the Deputy Water and Housing Minister's constituency, Bodi district. It'd be keke, that's sarcastic, but yeah, that's your opinion, Osewia. And Patrick Okwampa says, that is the country we found ourselves in. While the citizens are not having water even to drink, this same country is supplying other nearby countries with water. Not there alone. Or come to Atebubu in the Brongahafu. We have not seen water for the past 3 years through our pipes. God have mercy. And Christian Salvo again says, sometimes I really shed tears when I think about this country. We have a lot of natural resources in here. But the question is, what are we gaining from all this? And Kinsley Obo Asiedu says, it is a pity. Ronald Fineboy Aboa says, God save them. Ghana for you there. Oh, it is pathetic. That's from you. Michael Bobier and Lethal Roland. You say, while we lack basic needs and the government says there's no money, yet we spend money unnecessarily. The big keke. Now it be bad keke. Well, those are your views. And Prosper Bogo says water and sanitation is really a problem in Ghana. I think it's high time we stand against these shortfalls? The earlier, the better. Well, these are your comments, and thanks a lot for sending these comments in. You can send us more of these comments and we'll read for the world to hear. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back for the rest of the documentary on access to potable water, filed by our reporter Emefa Ewenam Atiamwa Eli. Stay with us. Well, welcome back to Joy News Exclusive. The problems facing the Kpong Katamanso district are not just over. Those you saw are not just the problems that face these communities. Now, for those of you who live in Accra and Tema, you may have to access these communities 7 kilometers way behind Ashaman, and you have to drive to the place through the Ashaman township. So let's watch the second part of the documentary. This is Joy News Exclusive.
Has just stopped by the community hospital in an area around Zenu. He's about delivering some gallons of water to them. He's about doing that now. Let's go ahead. Okay, so every day, David comes here to deliver gallons of water to the clinic. He is their main supplier of water to the facility on a daily basis. Enti, ahina ya wade bromo. Which is 30 gallons. 35 gallons. Hey, one to more. I didn't mean to more. Don't worry. Let me close it for you. Okay. Into the whole day, I feel I will bromus you, and I would be a bromo. Be over more 4 gallons. Okay. So that is David. He's saying today the clinic has some amount of water already, so he doesn't really have to give them the 35 gallons of water he regularly gives them on a daily basis. He would only add 4 gallons to what they already have, and that is what he's doing. He's giving them 4 gallons. He's just brought in 2 gallons. He'll go back to the truck and bring in the other 2, the rest of the 2. So that is it. Gallons are here de bia clinic na ehia. Gallons are here na mo use.
35 na no to gallons. E wo ke say sa na ya friend no de say sa
in a day, no, who bet me a friend and say 1 or 2 or 3 times. Say, be a year and so say okay. So this is one of the clinic officers. She is telling us, confirming David's story that he brings water here on daily basis. And what's your cash deal? Yeah, so we can scan them all the fabo. What on my wine? 60 pesos.
Say 4 Mexican is but scan is more than that.
It's more than that. Okay, there's a conversation going between the 2 of them. She's ready to pay him, and he's explaining how much she would have to give to him.
Give me that one. You give me 360, I'll give you.
Okay, so you see the way David is smiling. It shows that the day has been good. He's just taken his cash. In fact, 2 cedis, 60 pesos for the 4 gallons of water he just supplied. And he's just giving the general manager of the hospital the change she has to take in return of the service he has rendered. David has just finished supplying the community hospital of the amount of gallons of water they need for the day. He's getting ready to move on to other customers who are waiting for his service. Here Francis, who is another salesperson, water salesperson. Let's have a conversation with him and find out how the day has been for him as far as the water business is concerned. Francis, welcome to Joy News. How was the day since morning?
Anyway, even if it's bad, I'll say it's good.
How many rounds have you been so far? 4 rounds. You filled the truck 4 times already. So like you are making how much already?
For now, I can say, if not what they are taking and fuel, I can say I'm making 56.
How much are they taking? If you go and fill the truck, how much do you pay for it?
It depends on the place that you go.
Why everybody and the amount they charge? So how cheap and how costly is it?
The cheap one is 15 pesos and the highest is
30 pesos. So if you buy it at 30 pesos, how much do you sell it?
It's the same price.
It's the same price. Whether you buy it 15 pesos or 30 pesos, you sell it at the same price if you send it to your customers.
Yes.
Don't they complain?
We have been complaining, very serious.
That?
It's costly.
But have you been explaining to them that the tariff has been increased, the water bill has gone up, so...
Yeah. You know, Ghana, everything is costly now, especially when we consider fuel and the water bill, and the machine too is costly. So if you even explain to them, they will also complain that.
But through it all, you manage. You get your daily sales.
By all means.
So on a regular day, if you haven't made sales at all, how much do you make?
Sometimes, not all the days that you will be able to get your sales.
So what is your minimum and what is your maximum? The days that you have made a lot of sales, how much are you looking at?
Okay, that one is 60 cedis.
60 cedis. That is when you have sold a lot of water. So the days that you have not sold
10 rounds.
10 rounds. The days that you have not sold much, how much are you looking at to make?
Okay. My personal sales is 30 cedis, but sometimes you will not get it. You may get 20 cedis and those, and even sometimes you may get 15 cedis. Sometimes you will not even get at all, because when it rains, you will not get anybody to buy water from.
Francis, is the truck yours? Is the truck for you?
Yes, please.
How much did you buy it?
This is the lowest price in it. This is 30 million, yeah.
3,300 Ghana cedis. 33 million cedis. Okay, so how long have you been in this business?
It's not too far, but since I started this, like 2 months now.
So how long would you be doing this business?
For this business, I am praying that God will help me from this motor to a car. So
I like that.
I am praying that God will help me to...
A car as in what? Are you looking at commercial, trotro or taxi? What are you looking at? Or
everything is gradual. So for now, from this bike, I'm going to taxi, from taxi to trotro.
Then what happens to the truck? Will you sell it? Will you give it out?
Some are coming. I'm even having junior brothers and those things.
So you give it to them to use until they're also ready to do other business. Francis, it's been interesting talking to you on Joy News. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I wish you good sales. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's Francis. Francis is continuing his rounds for the day.
Though the water business appears lucrative, the operators complain of occasional police harassment. This is the Ashaman Zenu Irrigation Dam. It flows all the way to Atadeka new site. Those who cannot afford the pipe-borne water delivered by the tricycle operators for all their household chores resort to the dam where they fetch water to meet their domestic needs.
This dam, I use it for washing and bathing. But the other ones, the one that the truck will bring, I use that one for drinking. But now, as the dam is drying up, we are finding it more difficult to get the water. Because of that, the truck people also have increased their price. It was formerly 40 pesos, they came to 50 pesos, now it's 60 pesos.
So it means the dam in a way is somehow cutting down your cost in water.
Yes, when the dam is like this, it's cutting out our cost down. But right now, many people are suffering about it. Because if you go once, you cannot go again.
Why? Rumawu is just from the dam. She's going to fetch water. She wants to tell us what she's going to use the dam water for. Rumawu, insiona wako for dam bono. And then I'll go to fie.
Pacho ya di dam ya di sinyama. Ene di dware. Na so insupani dia ya di yenu. Na di kitchens.
Insupano munya no we he.
Motor care phone na deba.
Ahe no motor mama.
Say anu boy din 6,000. Na ne amoto tank edigu amowe mu amoton no. Ebi mu di G7, ebi mu di G6. Esi amu atun so nti enima. Ahe amuso ambeji kona.
Enti insuo no ti se uko sa dam ne sese ana. Dam no sa sen na eboa efie adwuma ne sika na wo eya wo spendi edito nsuo pa no.
Dam ne mo de eboa ya we area say yo. Do uko bu na de alom tuma. Obi ehun even usa de mo obi say
nsuo pa no no ma ohun.
Nti eboa ya pa. Because bia nsuo obebu be say ba ku 7,000. Ubu be say 3. Nka na o de bebu dam. O de no be su nyama. Na o de dware.
Okay. Essentially, Rumau is saying that the dam is really helping them at home in terms of their domestic chores and everyday activity at home. The clean water which they get from the gallon, the tricycle guys, seem to be more expensive. It costs them so much money to be able to buy that much of gallon of water to use daily at home. So with the help of the dam, they're able to cut down on the cost they have to make daily on water in their various homes. It's past 5 p.m. here at the Zenu Dam, which flows all the way to an area called Atadeka, just before Katamanso. Gloria and Alberta are here with me. They live here, they live around here, and they are coming to fetch some of the water. Guess what? I'm scared, and the water is cold. So they will assist me to get a bit into the water, a bit deeper, help them fetch the water, and then assist them to carry their load out of the water. Follow us. Let's go. Okay, so Gloria's load pad is ready, and I have to assist her. There, straight. Okay, she wants it straight on her head. So my job is done. We are back. Oh, it's quite an experience, trust you me. Access to water in communities such as Atadeka, Zenu, Katamanso and Apollonia is a big challenge. Though the tricycle guys are helping with the water gallons, that is not enough. It is also expensive. So for the presence of this dam here, it is a big relief to these residents.
For now, it appears the innovation has become a new source of occupation for the youth in these areas. Though they aspire for great opportunities, this job, for the time being, is a stepping stone they will diligently manage until that time. The story of Beidou and 15-year-old Righteous Autry are touching.
Patrol like if so by see instrument to na say juma no see a bathroom to say am be say go monto there was a ban officials na so no yiso man na juma say ko to go wia ko nkwafo na so so be brama e hwe ire nemba nti pam choba esren say so no yiso mai.
Don't want to still become a thief or an robber. This is just a work. Me as for me, my mom is dead, so because I eat, I say, yeah. Because of this work, I'm like I feel like I have something. I do this work at the same time I attend school because
I just finished school.
When which school are you at?
Zenu TMA.
Which class are you? 4th. So when do you close from school, and how many times do you supply water to the business?
We close 12:30, and I like 12 after closing. I come and join my friends to help the community for the water.
Though these are new settlements, the population swells by the day, since these areas are the recipients of the Ashaman population spillover. At the end of the day, some of these boys would have to account to the owners of the track before they take their profit. It might not be the best of business for the day, but they hope in the near future things will change.
Well, welcome back. We'll take a couple of your Facebook comments and then we'll wrap up for today. Prosper Bogo, you say that water and sanitation is really a problem in Ghana. I think it's high time we stand against these shortfalls. The earlier the better. And Prince Albert Ronnie, you say, is this what we call quality? And Tinsugu Jr., you say, in fact, the tricycle dealer does not speak the truth. How on earth can that tricycle carry 1,000 bags of cement? I guess he was saying 100 bags, but Prince Albert again says, very pathetic. I mean, it's because of poor government. This is serious. Abio Benjamin says, are the authorities preserving water for a better Ghana or what? Dabenda. And Kulo Insa Ibnali Gurungu, you say the government is working hard to improve our water problems in Ghana. So let's keep our fingers crossed and wait. Yakubu Ozovihe says, this is very serious. Please, the government should try and do something. Please, water is life. And Kennedy Asari Bekwen, you say, instead of providing good drinking water for us, they spend money on dirty politics in Ghana. Save Mother Ghana. And Kulo again, you say, Ghanaians want cheap things. They want potable water, but they don't want to pay more they don't want to pay more. That will happen to them. Well, that's your opinion. And Tinsingu again says it's very pathetic to see people suffering for basic amenities like water. Prince Albert Ronnie says a whole clinic lacks water. In fact, God did not put us on this rich land to be poor. It's bad leadership. God have mercy. And Yabuame says, if you are in a nation with no strategic management plan of expansion and sustainability of water supply, this is what happens. Over the years, we have illiterate and syndicates leading us, and each issue is classified on political line instead of national issue. That's your comment, Yabuami. And Demi De Simon says, provision of potable water has been a teething problem, I guess. Government and NGOs do something. And Abio Benjamin Balado Siwa, you say, why should the police interfere with this? It's not as if the tricycle riders are selling poison to the residents. I hope they don't take bribes. That's it. That's all your comments that came through on Joy News Exclusive. My name is Stephen Enti, and thanks for listening and making time for Joy News Exclusive. And thanks to MFI Wenam Atiamwali for that brilliant exclusive. Join us tomorrow for another exclusive.